With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso Virtual Coffee Machines. Ready to enjoy the bold flavors of barista-quality Nespresso iced coffee at home? Simply fill a glass with ice and press the brew button on your virtual pop machine to enjoy rich double espressos roasted to stand up even when chilled. Refreshingly bold iced coffee. Refreshingly easy to make at home. Visit Nespresso.com to shop now.
Now, you apparently, since you're having apoplectic seizures during her testimony, do not agree with the things she was saying.
This is the plaintiff, Bonnie Rendee. She says the defendant, her ex-life partner, owes her a lot of money for a cruise she paid for. And now that they've split up, she can't seem to get the double-crosser to pay up. The woman even went on a wild spending spree on that boat. Just before Christmas, she asked the defendant to pay her back, and all she had to say was, ho, ho, ho. Some people. She's suing for $5,000 for all she's owed. This is the defendant, Amber Olszewski. She says she paid her ex back, but the woman's evil, and this lawsuit's nothing more than an attempt to harass her because she doesn't want to be a part of that woman's life anymore. That's right. The plaintiff is threatening her, and she's tempted to get her arrested if this court case doesn't settle things once and for all. Owe her money? Ha! She's accused of cruising on a relationship. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for emotional distress.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Please be seated. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Bonnie Rendee?
Yes.
You are suing Amber Olszewski for $5,000. According to you, you're out more than that for money that she owes you for a cruise, airfare in order to take the cruise, charges made on the cruise, interest on the money that she owes you, which I don't know how you calculated it this high, and the cost of an iPad that, according to you, she stole from you. And you have a counterclaim against her for $5,000 for emotionally distressing you.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. You were in a
we
relationship.
were in a relationship like for 3-4 years. We were on and off. I lived in Ohio. Amber Olszewski had me move to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Things did not work out between her and I. So I moved back to Ohio.
Okay.
January 12th of 2012, I booked a cruise.
Okay. You had already broken up.
Yes, but
Okay.
Amber and I were just friends.
Okay.
I booked a cruise, and she wanted to go on the cruise so bad that she didn't have the money because she had financial problem. So I told her I would lay out the money. She said she would pay me back when she gets her Christmas bonus.
Okay.
Never received
Wait,
anything
Christmas bonus
back.
was going to be received when?
The next year.
Oh, she'd pay you a year from now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go
then
on.
March 2012, the cruise took place. And when we entered the cruise, you needed an accurate bank account and a bank card. Amber Olszewski did not have that. So she used my bank account. And she ran that up, buying gifts and everything. And I have 2 affidavits on me.
Okay, I saw them. There were people who were on the cruise who said that they heard her say she would pay you for her expenses.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now, you end up having some kind of surgery what month?
I had it in December 7th.
The following December.
I had
when we're expecting her bonus.
Right.
Okay, so now in December, she comes down to visit you after your surgery, correct? To help you out?
Yes.
Okay, and how did that go? Well, you guys, please stop with the bobbleheading. Okay, you guys are on again, off again then too?
Yeah. She came up to see me. She did in December. She said to me that she told everybody she was going on a business trip. She lied to her girlfriend that she's seeing now when she was coming to my house. She's lying to everybody.
So then why'd you trust her?
Oh, now I don't trust her.
Okay. So she goes to your house.
She went to my house, so I asked her if she could take me to go get an iPad. So she took my car. We went to go get an iPad, $600 iPad we did. Came home, next thing, my friend Chris and I had to bring Ember back to the airport Monday morning early. So he drove because I could not drive. And the next day I realized my iPad was gone. It was.
Okay. So you realize it's missing, and what do?
I called the police up.
And did you tell the police that you thought she took it?
Yes.
Now, you apparently, since you're having apoplectic seizures during her testimony, do not agree with the things she was saying.
At all.
All right. Tell me about the cruise. Let's start there.
She'd been wanting to go on a cruise. And she asked me if I would go with her. I said, I can't afford a cruise like that. She was like, no, don't worry about it. I'll take you on it. I want to go with you. You deserve it. You was with me through when you were in your process of your, doctors and surgeries and stuff. I was helping her out, driving her to doctors. So she said, you deserve to go, I really wasn't comfortable with going, and I asked her numerous times if she could take somebody else, She told me no, that I already, got the tickets and your name is on it. You're gonna make me lose $2,000. I paid for this for you. Don't do this to me. I want you to go with me. So I guess I have no choice. I went with her on the cruise.
Now, did you put all your purchases on her credit card and agree to pay her back for that?
She did. You need a credit card to put on the cruise, yes.
You didn't have one?
No, I didn't have one. She put it on hers. Now, on the cruise, she was complaining about the bill, that it was going to come in too high. I said, Bonnie, listen, I know you took me on the cruise. I don't mind paying you some money back, to help you pay for the bill. I don't mind at all.
So how much were you supposed to pay?
I told her I would pay half of the bill.
And did you?
That was I put about $500 in her checking account, and she called me and said, you don't have to give me no more money. That's enough. You started giving me money.
Okay, all this is in the early 2012?
Yes.
Okay, now comes December. Does she ever, between March, the cruise date, and December, when you visit her in Ohio, does she ever say boo about collecting on money that you owe? Do you have a single email, a single text message, anything between the dates of March when you took the cruise and December, asking her to pay you money for the cruise?
No, it was all verbally.
Okay, so now what happens in December?
Now, in December, she was going for surgery. We're friends. She calls me all the time. And she was like, I would like you to come down, and see me, and I'm going for surgery and stuff, And I told her I can't, in December, it's my busy season, I'm busy right now. I wouldn't be able to go out there. But, she pushes me, and she wants me to go out there to help her out, and she has surgery. She even paid for my plane ticket to go to Ohio to see her.
Okay.
When I get there, of course, she wants to be in a relationship. She always wants to be in a relationship with me. She just can't seem to get over the fact that we're not together anymore.
Yeah, but don't go visit her in Ohio. I got an idea.
Yeah, you know what?
No means no. Then just stick to no.
Right, yeah, you're right. I wasn't giving, she knew already the situation. She knew I was never going to be with her again.
Well, you were with her on the cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, in any event, in December, she pays for your airline ticket to go to Ohio. What's with the iPad?
She wanted to buy me an iPhone. She wanted to buy me an iPad when I got out there. She took me to buy clothes, sneakers, and I'm like, you don't have to do any of this. Why?
Yeah, but you're happy to accept it.
She's gonna give it to me. Why not? I did a lot for her.
Because maybe after 3 or 4 years of on and off, you understand that that's like playing torture with someone's soul and mind. You have children?
I have a 19-year-old daughter.
19-year-old daughter, and because maybe you should be a better example to your daughter about the way people should treat other people. Right. So maybe your answer shouldn't be, why not? She's offering, and maybe that's kind of cruel.
Right.
All right, so you go there, you visit her. Are you intimate while you guys are there?
Of course.
And then she buys you an iPad. According to you, it's a gift. Right. You leave with the iPad. She then starts emailing you saying you stole my iPad.
Absolutely. and she was gonna have me arrested. She was gonna call my job and tell them that I am, I'm mailing out games out to everyone. Don't mess with me.
Okay, let me see the emails you have.
Sure.
And according to you, do you call the police, by the way, about the iPad?
Yes, I did. I have a police report.
Okay, and did the police ever contact you about the iPad?
No,
Because she had changed her cell number, Your Honor.
Okay.
that doesn't mean anything. I have my address.
All right, and why, if you have, I see a series of emails that you have handed me, there may be like 10 emails between you two about the iPad, where you're saying, give me that iPad, where she's saying, you're
'Cause she's saying I
crazy,
stole
it was, you're crazy, it was a gift, and then some choice language about, you know, you're a waste of a life, and you guys back and forth cursing at each other. I see all that, and let me tell you what I do not see in any of those, and so I want to understand why. Can you please tell me why not once in any of those emails do you say, by the way, you owe me cruise money from a year ago still?
Right, at that time, I didn't think of the cruise because she said she was going to pay me back.
Okay, stop. That is the weakest, lamest
Yeah.
answer to this question
She
I've ever
said she
received.
was gonna
And I've
pay
been
me
doing this for
back.
13 years here and 7 years in Miami. That is the weakest, lamest answer I've ever heard. When you are complaining about something somebody owes you, the only reason you wouldn't say is that she doesn't owe you the money. And this is something you're cooking up now because you're so angry at her.
Right.
Oh, I'm not angry at her, trust me.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, when you break up with somebody, can you then just establish a friendship?
I think it depends if,
No, depends. Yes or no? Generally.
yes, as long as she didn't get with your best friend.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's just on the. Yeah.
I'm waiting for a yes or no. Why is everybody so wishy-washy?
Yes.
Really? You think so?
I think so.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
You're friends.
Yeah, like friends. Like not like buddy, like, oh my God, you're my best friend, but like casual, like, hi, how are you? Like,
Okay, I'm going in the back.
What's up?
What's up? What do you think?
You can be friends. It just, it depends.
Have you ever done it?
Yes, I have.
Did it work out? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Enemies. I mean, like, we talk, but we secretly hate each other.
There you go. Going inside the courtroom.
Did you, in your answer to the complaint, you said that you have a friend to whom she said, did you see the iPad I bought her?
Yes, my friend Janae.
So did you get an affidavit from her saying, she's from Brooklyn. Is she here?
No.
Who are the two people you did bring? They don't have testimony, they're moral support.
My brother's moral support, and this is my co-worker, Sandra.
And what, is she a witness?
Yes, actually.
To what?
She told me she was going to call my job, and I lost my job April 25th.
Yeah, but what do you mean when she said that? Did she call them?
Yes.
Come on up.
Good afternoon. Yes, on February 12th, I received a phone call from, which now I know by her voice, it's calling to ask for, first she asked for the owner's name. I explained to her that the owner was in the Jacob Javits Center and that I was the credit manager for the company, and she went on to proceed to say that you have a person working there named Amber. She's a thief. She ships merchandise all over the U.S. to all her friends and relatives and so forth. And I was waiting for her to come back to discuss it with her, but I went to the controller because of receiving, such a type of message. And not being Amber's friend, but I could definitely vouch that she's a very honest person.
Why'd she get fired then?
She got fired for, it was done behind closed doors, but Amber worked for the company for 19 years, and right after that, there was other mail received by the owner, and he ended up firing Amber.
Other mail received from her?
Right. I spoke with that young lady.
I don't even know you. I never spoke to you.
Don't talk
ma'am.
to her directly.
I know her voice now.
Go ahead and go back to your spot there. Why would she testify?
And I went and
against
got
you?
a-
Why would,
I don't even
harassment
know
report.
her. I did not call her job.
you
I
just
wouldn't lower
threatened to do
myself.
exactly what they're testifying happened?
No. I wouldn't lower myself to that.
Can I tell you something? You've both lowered yourself a great deal. Go
And I
ahead.
have a harassment report.
Okay, that's great. Your counterclaim for $5,000 is based on what? On the phone calls?
Harassment, distress.
According to you, getting you inappropriately fired, but I don't know why you were fired. Perhaps all she did was warn somebody that you're stealing and the person thinks you're stealing. So I'm not going to order her to pay you $5,000 over that. It does give me some insight into the case It does tell me that she's willing to do whatever it takes to hurt you if she thinks you've hurt her.
I agree.
And that's
Always.
what concerns me about the trip. I see you paying for airfare here, you paying for airfare there, you paying for a cruise here, and nothing ever has to be repaid. And she's a taker, you're a giver, until she won't see you anymore. Then that's it. Then all of a sudden, it's pay me back all the money you owe me from all the many years that I've been around giving you gifts and trying to buy your love, because it turns out I wasn't successful at it.
Right.
Okay? No, we're done.
Oh, yes,
all
ma'am.
right, so on your counterclaim against her, for the reasons I've explained, 0. And on your claim against her, I find that the iPad was a gift. And that the rest of the stuff wasn't even owed and was also a gift, because if it was good enough for you to never mention it in a year, it's good enough for me.
A chance to see what the plaintiff has to say about the outcome of this case. The judge rules against you, and what are you thinking?
To me, it wasn't fair because everything was a lie in there.
Well, why didn't you ask for if she owed you this money, why didn't you ask for it earlier? By asking for it later on, it makes it sound like you're making it up because you're mad.
No, it was verbal between me and her. She said she'll pay me back, give me money.
You didn't put in any of those emails, nothing?
No, I didn't.
Do you have any feelings left for her?
Oh, no, I moved on with my life.
Okay. All right, move on right that way. All right, so come on in here and, all right, step right next to me here. Are you satisfied how this comes out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She wanted to do all these things for me. I was there for moral support, and I feel I deserve to, whatever she wanted to do, take me on a cruise and do whatever. I felt I deserved it.
Are you willing and able to put her behind you and forget all about this?
She's been harassing me. I'm not harassing her.
Right? No more feelings left for her?
Absolutely not.
Gonna forget about her?
I've been forgotten.
Harvey?
It's really a simple premise here that when you try and get back at the person you break up with, what it ends up doing more than anything else is it paralyzes you from going forward. Think about that. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Visit USAA.com/bundle.
Bundle savings are off total premium, not available in all states or in all situations. To qualify, auto policy must be active prior to property policy issue, subject to change. Restrictions apply. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
These are the plaintiffs, Jason Carrillo and Diana Martinez. Jason says he put down a rather sizable deposit on a 2002 Jaguar. And when the defendant worked up all the numbers, he realized he wouldn't be able to afford the monthly payments. He politely asked the defendant for his deposit back, but the guy told him he spent the money on a navigation system and refused. He has no other choice but to sue the crooked defendant for the $3,500, and that's just what he's doing. This is the defendant, Adam. He says the plaintiff is a few cards short of a full deck. This has been going on for close to 7 years now. Bottom line, the guy put down a deposit on a car, which he held for him, and 3 or 4 months later, he decided he didn't want it anymore. Deposits are simply not refundable, and everyone knows that. Case closed. He's accused of being a real wheeler dealer.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiffs put money down on a Jaguar, but realized it was too expensive. Now they can't get their money back. But the defendant says they're just dreaming. It's the case of I got shagged over the Jag.
Thank you. Jason Carrillo and Diana Martinez.
Yes.
You are suing, you want to be referred to only as Adam. You're suing Adam's company. What kind of place is it?
It's a used car dealership.
Used car dealership for $3,500, the amount of a deposit that you put down some time ago that you have decided to sue for to get returned to you. So you put $3,500 down on what kind of a car?
It was a 2002
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
And this was in what year that you did that?
2008.
2008. And what happened?
When we took it out for a test drive, it ran good and everything was great. We just noticed.
Is it we, the two of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We noticed the front dash missing. So what we did was we came back. We liked the car. We spoke to Adam about it. He goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. You know, we're going to be taking care of it." So when it gets taken care of, then we can start talking some numbers and so it took about some time, and he asked if for a serious deposit.
Okay, so you sit down to talk numbers.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he was
All
going
right,
to go
so
through.
when you're talking numbers, I assume you're talking financing.
Well, we didn't do anything with the financing because he wanted to get the part first, and he wanted a deposit down.
But how are you going to get a deposit on a car that you don't know what it's going to cost you?
Well,
What's your? I assume you have a different version on that, or no?
Yes, I had him pre-approved through a subprime bank. I had his interest rate. I gave him his monthly payment.
What was it?
Everything.
Do you have the paperwork?
No, I don't, because it was over. It was almost 6 years ago, Your Honor. And but I do know the interest rate was 18.9%.
Do you have his contract? No.
No.
Because the agency that regulates you only requires you keep them for 2 years?
That's correct.
But don't you have to keep all your paperwork so that you can do your because IRS can look at you up to what, 7 years later? Like, so wouldn't it be a good idea when you have money on a transaction to keep all your paperwork for 7 years?
It would be a good idea, Your Honor.
Yeah. I mean, talk to your accountant about how long you should be keeping it regardless of what motor vehicle says.
Okay, thank you.
So you don't have his paperwork. You don't have your paperwork?
I just have
You have something.
Contract.
Can I, well, that'll help. Can I see the contract?
Yeah, this is what he gave me and the receipts.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
That's not the original. That's a copy of the contract?
Yeah. It's something. This has a cash price. Doesn't have anything about financing.
The unpaid balance is $94.13, so that would be the amount financed.
No, I know.
Once we get it approved through, well, it was already approved, but once the bank does the...
Right, but what are you saying, that at the time,
the cash
before,
price-
I want to know, this is the question that I'm asking. When a person puts a deposit down, do they know what their payments are going to be? Do they know what the financing is?
100%.
So then where is that document? That's what you don't have, and that's what he either has and won't show me or doesn't have.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah, who are you?
General manager, I was
Okay.
there as well. Basically, when we do the purchase order, they like the vehicle, then we try to get them financed. Once we get that, we show them the payment, interest rate, term of the loan, and that's on a whole separate contract. That doesn't get done until it's actually completely, they're leaving that day when they're leaving with the vehicle. This allows them to put the deposit, hold the vehicle, because his situation
So
was...
this does come before the financing?
Correct. This comes first.
So you
then
have
we
them
agree
put a
to terms.
deposit, but they don't know if they can afford the car yet because the financing
They
comes
don't-
late.
No. We do the purchase order to get to that final financed amount.
I understand that.
Then, as we're still at the same table, now we fax it to the bank, do it online, then we get the approval, then they give us the deposit because, hey, we got you approved, this is what it is. The issue of the matter was him affording the insurance. It's just he needed time to get insurance because his record and his age for that type of vehicle.
How old was he? How old were you when you were trying to buy a Jaguar?
22.
22, and you were trying to buy a 4-year-old Jaguar. What were you doing for a living that made you so happy and thinking that you could fly so high?
Well, we were both going half on it.
Are you married?
No.
That's another stupid thing. But you guys have been together a really long time because the case is almost 6 years old.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
9 years.
9 years?
Yeah.
You got children?
Yeah.
How many children?
One.
What are you waiting for?
Ask him.
What's wrong with you? Put a ring on it. What is your problem? You have a life with her, 9 years with her, a child with her, and you can't pull a trigger? What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Do you love her?
Yes.
Do it. Does she want you to do it? It sounds like she wants you to.
I don't know.
Oh, it sounds like she does when she said ask him. What's wrong with you? This is none of your business, Judge Milian. All right. God, 9 years. One thing if you're like, oh, he's a Rolling Stone, he kept it, but you've been 9 years with her, you make a house with her, you make a baby with her, what are you waiting for? What? I'm upset. Just hold on.
Okay, so this person's dream car at 22 years of age, a Jaguar. You guys are around that age. What's your dream car?
It was a 67 Camaro SS.
Oh, so that's very specific. Actually, I know that car. It's a great car. Let me tell you something. Don't get that car. It will cause you nothing but grief.
I already have it. It's sitting in my garage.
And why is it sitting in your garage?
It's not running.
Exactly. Dream car.
Infinity.
Huh?
Infinity.
What do you hear? Your new one.
Yeah, the newest.
Okay, fair enough. And who else has a really cool dream car?
The Audi. The Audi S6.
Okay, I want something like I like the Camaro.
Mayweather's Bugatti.
Okay, you're just dreaming. Going inside the car.
Did you ever try to work with him to have him buy a different car that he was within his means? Once he had the insurance problem, they had the insurance problem. Yeah, by the way, I'm giving him all this grief. What's wrong with you? How old's your child?
7.
All right, so you had a little baby and you wanted to buy a Jaguar because like nobody plans ahead for. What made you decide not to buy the Jaguar then? Somebody sobered up?
Yeah, when we finally realized it was just gonna be too much. Yeah.
Wow, and that's $3,500 later. So did you guys try to find them a car that they could afford?
We did feel sorry for him, so I said, okay, I'll tell you what, we'll give you $3,500 credit towards a different vehicle.
And then you would look for a vehicle, find it on the internet at his place, advertised for $9,000, and then when you got there, he'd tell you it was $14,000.
Yeah, he was telling me it was a misprint or that wasn't the right price. It just became a back and forth.
How many times
thing.
did that happen?
A couple times. It was a couple times. I was taking
a couple times with the misprint? That seems kind of like used car salesman-ish.
Well, that's not true, Your Honor. Actually, he wanted to buy a car that was more affordable, but she kind of had a champagne taste on his beer budget. And she wanted me BMWs
She's
and
nodding.
Mercedes.
She's nodding. Go ahead, and?
He was looking at affordable cars, and she was looking at BMWs, Lexus, Mercedes. Then they wanted to wheel and deal on that price.
Wow, and I was giving him all the grief, huh? Go ahead.
So they would want to wheel and deal on those prices because we wheeled and dealed on the Jaguar, but the Jaguar is easier to wheel and deal on because it's a softer car than a Mercedes or a BMW or a Lexus.
Softer as in it's less easy to sell.
Yes, correct.
Right. So you couldn't come to terms, and you told him you're just going to lose your deposit if you do this. And then
basically, every time he came in for a car, we couldn't come to terms, and then he just.
Okay, but why did you wait so long? Like, obviously, you wrote it up to a loss and moved on. What made you decide to sue now?
We spoke about it many times. Didn't have the money to go through it. Didn't know how the process worked. I heard so many different things.
I know, but finding out how the process works is a phone call or a visit to the courthouse. How much money did it cost you to file this case?
I think it was
$95.
$95. If you can't afford $95 to get back $3,500 you think is rightfully yours, then really you shouldn't be looking at Jaguars and BMWs. Right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of not making sense. So what really made you go to court now? You're watching more people's court? Tell me. I'm just trying to figure it out.
It was just something that we always talked about.
It was in the back of your head gnawing at you? Because I applaud attempts at closure, but...
I mean, my license was suspended for a while. So.
Oh! And when did you get your license back?
Just recently.
Oh, maybe that's why.
So that kind of factored into it. Was like, well, I can't get a car. I don't have a license. This happened.
All right, well, look. And how'd you lose your license?
Unpaid tickets.
Unpaid tickets. How much in unpaid tickets?
It was like 2 or 3, but it just unpaid led to
it has a nasty habit of doing that. That you turn like a $140 problem into a $4,000 problem. Yeah, you got to pay attention to your problems, and you got to live within your means, and you got a child who is now depending on you to act like a grown-up. All right, you got a problem, and the problem is that deposits like this are usually non-refundable. And the best part about your case, the part that could make you win, is when you say, oh, but we didn't really have a deal, Judge. There was no contract because I still didn't know the financing. And once I realized the financing, I bailed. Car dealerships can't do business that way. They've got to have you at a table where they figure everything out and show you what it's going to be. If there was anything that made you not afford it, it sounds a lot more plausible that it's the insurance issue.
Can I?
Yeah.
I mean, when we put the deposit down, he waited. If you see the time difference on the contract, he waited like 10 days after. So we had no idea what was going to cost.
What time difference on the contract?
The dates.
What's the date on the contract?
I think it's 5/20.
That's correct.
And on the receipts, we put receipts down for 5/6 and 5/10. So we didn't know anything until 10 days later. And then that's when we told him.
Hold on one second.
So we weren't all together.
Hold on, stop. His receipts show that you took the deposit of $2,900 and $600 and $5/6 and $5/10. but your retail purchase order, which you say happens at a table at the exact same time, is dated 5/20.
Can I see that, Your Honor?
Yeah. You're taking deposits on 2 different days, handing receipts on 2 different days, and my question to you is, did he know what the financing was going to be?
Absolutely. This is what the car is going to cost. Here's the amount you're going to need. We see, all right, the bank says you need $3,500 down. I don't have $3,500. What do I have? I have $2,900. Okay, we'll take $2,900 down. We'll do the purchase order. The vehicle's yours. We cannot sell it now.
So if you got to the financing on 5/6, there would be a purchase order on 5/6.
No,
You're saying he fills out a purchase order each and every time, that big piece of paper each and every time?
That's correct. Absolutely. Because he put down more money on 5/10.
So it changes.
Right.
Your Honor,
But okay, all right.
And that's how that
you're a
600.
big boy who decides he can afford a Jaguar. You're big boy and girl who decide that with a brand new baby you can afford a Jaguar. And you're telling me, Judge, protect me from myself. But if you sign a piece of paper that says no refunds, why shouldn't it be no refunds? Why should you have a better remedy than what you agreed to do? And the answer is you shouldn't. My verdict in this case is for the defendants.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, coming out of the courtroom right here is the plaintiff. Step on in here. You know, when you sign it, you realize you signed it said no deposits. Why'd you sign it then? If it was on there,
that's the way
you
it
didn't
works,
realize
right?
it. Yeah, you're disappointed, right? So you're out. All right, understandably disappointed. What can you say? So they lose their deposit to you, and so what are you thinking here? You see, they're just distraught over there.
Basically, I think they need some financial budgeting. You know?
Some type of financial help and plan. We tried to help them out when they came back, but she wanted the.
Well, did you realize that they were getting in over their heads?
They tell us when they say I can afford that payment. This is this and that. You know, it's a vehicle
You
that
don't
they
check
want to purchase.
financial backgrounds or anything. You just take someone's
Not our
word for it.
job. They want to drive that Jaguar. That's fancy cars. Can't afford it.
Harvey.
Okay, when you put a deposit down on anything, especially a car, you got to know the terms of the deposit, when you can get your money back, when you can't, before you sign, before you give the money. It's that simple. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is the plaintiff, Victoria Tay. She says she was T-boned as she was driving on a busy roadway, and her car got pretty banged up in the accident. She brought her car to the defendant's shop for repair, but the guy only fixed the body and did nothing to repair all the mechanical problems caused by the crash. Now she's stuck with a car that doesn't run right. The guy was supposed to fix everything, and she's suing the defendant for the $5,000 it's now going to cost her to fix things correctly. This is the defendant, Richard Martinez. He says the plaintiff's insurance company authorized him to fix the problems the car had due to the accident, but the plaintiff is trying to get him to fix everything that was wrong with the car prior to the accident. The insurance inspector even came out for a second time to re-inspect the car and determined the things she is suing him for today were prior mechanical problems, and they refused to cover it. Nice try, lady. He is accused of only doing half the job.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff was T-boned, took her car to the defendant's shop and says the defendant did a shoddy job. But the defendant says the plaintiff wants stuff fixed that had nothing to do with the accident. It's the case of I got T-boned twice.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Victoria Tay,
morning,
you are
Your Honor.
suing Newton Collision Repair, represented here by the owner, Richard Martinez. Okay, for $5,000, you say you're actually out more than that in car repairs plus car rental, I guess, while the repairs are being made, plus roadside assistance. Okay, tell me why you are suing your mechanic for all those things.
On May 26 of 2012, I was driving through New York Avenue. Suddenly, a car from the driveway just hit me without stopping and sustained a big damage on my right side of the car, the whole right side of my car. And so I went to my doctor, and he recommended me to go to the attorney.
The doctor recommended you go to the attorney?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because-
My doctors recommend, like,
No,
physical
I asked-
therapy,
no, I-
Medicine, maybe.
medicine, maybe surgery if it's
No,
something.
I
Your
asked-
doctor recommended you go to an attorney. Okay, I get the flavor. Go ahead.
I asked him to give me, if he recommended me an attorney. Because
Right, so he gave you the name of an attorney he probably works with a lot.
Okay.
Right.
So I went to this attorney, and he recommended me to go to Miss Newton Collision.
Do you have a picture of the damage to the car before it was fixed? May I see it? Go ahead.
Okay, and I told him specifically, I said, the right side of the car, the door is all dent.
Okay, is this the damage to your car?
Yeah. Is that
That's the damage to
is
your
that-
car?
Is that the front?
That's the right side of your car. When you said T-boned, I thought I was going to find it like,
No,
4
yeah,
feet in.
yeah. The car.
It did not go like this, or that or
It's
your
a
car.
T-bone crash.
I don't know. I think you want to call it a T-bone crash, but what I'm looking at doesn't look like a T-bone crash because is this? Are you sure this is the picture of the damage?
Girl, the person who hit me was coming. This is my car driving on the New York Avenue. Just hit me right on my.
That's what you're calling the result of a T-bone crash.
Right.
Okay, go on.
I told him specifically what happened. I said, I want you to do also fix this right side of the door and do mechanical and electrical checkup because there's also other damage, like it's noisy, the air condition, the lights is off.
Okay, go on.
When the adjuster came that we have to pick up, he told me to tell Mr. Newton to raise the car up because there was still noise in the air condition and everything.
His name isn't Mr. Newton. His name is Mr. Martinez.
No, no.
Who's Newton?
Newton.
That's the name of the shop, Newton Collision Repair.
Is there
I'm
a Mr.
Richard
Newton?
Martinez. Newton was my dad who started the business 30 years ago.
Okay. So anyway, go ahead. Then
He just went under the car and a few minutes came out with a small piece of metal like a coat hanger. He said this is what causes the noise. And then later on I said the air condition. He put a Prion on the air condition and it got smoke.
Okay, what's going on here? There's mechanical problems with the car and...
Yeah, there's a mechanical...
But the insurance company didn't buy that it was as a result of the accident, right?
People get into an accident, they think they hit the lottery and they get everything fixed.
Right.
With that being said, she asked me to check the air conditioning. She hadn't mentioned anything about the muffler. This is the muffler that is what she's talking about. With
What
the
is she
coat
talking about with a
hanger.
hanger? The muffler
was hanging with a coat hanger.
Oh, you mean somebody had actually
it wasn't
fixed them
her.
up?
She evidently bought the car, and she wasn't aware that it was being held by a coat hanger.
Okay.
This car's got 150,000 miles on it. It's 13 years old, and these things, exhaust systems do not last very long.
Hold on one
When
second.
you're ready, I'll let you know
Hold on.
the whole deal.
The car repair, you're suing for $3,894.26. Is that the money the insurance company paid him to fix the
Yeah.
side of the car? Okay, that's a lot of money to fix a car that's worth not that. Why did the insurance company pay you so much money to fix that car?
She brought the car in, and when we looked at the side, the adjuster paid for the two door panels.
Had she complained about an AC
Yes,
not
she
working
said
since the time of the accident?
No, she had mentioned the AC wasn't working, and I had mentioned to her that that's not related to her impact. That there's no way that could happen. I inspected the AC, and I noticed that it hadn't been charged in quite a while. So
All right,
I wasn't there when it leaked out.
Her insurance company, she calls her insurance company and actually asks them to come and check out the damage to the AC and the rattling and whatever else problems this car has because she says that it is related to the car accident.
Right.
And then the insurance adjuster goes to your
The shop,
shop.
yes.
And is she present?
Yes, she was in the office.
And then the car gets lifted up on the
Yes.
thing, and the insurance adjuster says, oh my gosh, there's a coat hanger holding your muffler.
Yes.
And the insurance adjuster then ends up denying your claim.
He took pictures.
Twice.
Yes.
No correction.
Right? You asked the insurance to cover the damage, and they said that has nothing to do with the accident.
Exactly.
What did your insurance company authorize? I mean, they authorize it based on your quote. Did your quote have mechanical repairs on your quote?
No.
Everything. Well, let me see your quote to the insurance company. And prove to me that when he got paid by your insurance company, it was supposed to include something more than just the body work.
So when you said you were a mechanic. When you take your car to a mechanic and the insurance company's only paying for certain things, if you see there are other things wrong, do you have a duty to repair those things too?
No. only what the insurance wants us to cover.
Okay, you know what? I agree with you on that one. Very good. Going inside the courtroom.
Why should he pay you?
Why you should pay me?
Yes.
Because of the damage. I went there to fix the
Why
damage.
shouldn't the guy who T-boned your car pay you? Or why should, if your insurance company is breaking a contractual agreement with you to cover damage and accidents, okay, then why shouldn't you sue your insurance company for breaking your insurance deal?
Because
why are you suing him? That's what I don't understand.
No, because
what did he do?
Because I went to him specifically to fix the damage on the right side of my car.
Yeah.
Okay, but he didn't do it.
Yeah, he did. He
No,
fixed the
he
damage
did
to the
not.
right side of your car, and the insurance company paid him for it.
But it was wrong because you see, according to this guy here, called me up, that he said, your car is severely damaged, okay? That your car is severely damaged. At first he said that he will pay, but after he spoke to Mr. Newton, who told him not the truth, that he said it's a side swipe.
So the reason you're suing Mr. Newton is because he characterized your accident as a side swipe instead of a T-bone.
Right.
So you feel he cost you money.
Right.
Because if he had just said it was a T-bone, then the insurance company would fix your AC.
That's right.
Okay, you're living in La La Land, okay? Because your insurance company was never going to fix your AC or fix your mechanical problems on your car. It doesn't matter how he phrases it, whether he calls it a T-bone or a side swipe. I barely can call it a side swipe, much less a T-bone, because in my head a T-bone is, and then the car's completely crunched beyond repair and is a total loss. But that doesn't matter because the adjuster saw the car. So the adjuster knows exactly what the damage was beforehand. So the adjuster knows that your AC and your rattling probably had nothing to do with the damage. So you're suing the wrong, we're done? Done. You are suing the wrong person. If you feel it happened because of the accident, then you need to either sue the guy who caused the accident or sue your insurance company that wrongfully is refusing to pay for that. And he can't lie for you so you make more money with the insurance company. If he doesn't think that it's a result of the accident, he has an ethical obligation to say what he thinks. Absolutely. You don't get to sue him as a result of him not taking one for the team. That's not how life works. I know that's how we've gotten used to it in America, but it's not how life works. Verdict for the defendant.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff is in court. They're suing the wrong person. So come on in here. It's not his fault here. Step a little closer. What's you understand the judge's ruling?
Yeah.
How she explained it to you? You're suing the wrong person. What should you have done?
No, I didn't sue a wrong person. I saw him because I went there specifically to fix the damage done by T-bone.
Yeah, but the insurance company didn't pay for those repairs.
They pay him, which is totally wrong. They pay him for cosmetic repair, not the mechanical repair.
And he did those cosmetic repairs.
Yeah, he did a good job, but done the damage, the big dent on my right side of the door.
Yeah. Okay, okay, time's up. Right down there. All right, sir, so come on in here. What do you make of all this?
I feel vindicated, pretty much. Sometimes the customer, they're saying customer's always right. Sometimes the customer's not always right. She's completely wrong. You know, the insurance company's only going to pay for what's been damaged in the accident.
And you fixed what they paid you for?
To the letter.
Harvey?
And I guaranteed it for life.
I'm gonna give you a huge tip here. When you get in a car accident and an insurance company is gonna pay your damages, they always lowball you. They always lowball you, even if they say they don't. You can always negotiate with the insurance company. Negotiation is key. Don't just accept everything the insurance company says. You can just try and drive a hard bargain.